Okay, Ji. So we're starting off with another past paper question. This is 2023. I'll tell you the variant and all of that later. It says BC is a sole trader. Sole trader means sole means single trader means somebody who buys and sells. Prepare the following trial balance. A trial balance has debits and credit column. You have a debit column. You have a credit column, and his accounts were presented on 31st of August 2022. If your year is ending on the 31st of August 2022, the next day after 31st August 2022 is the 1st of September, that is from the last year. So your 12 months start from the 1st of September 2021 till 31st of August 2022, right? Let's just skim through the trial balance and see if there's something new. Purchases goes to the income statement, yes or no? Then revenue is income statement, yes or no? Sales returns is income statement again. Inventory, this is the opening inventory. This goes only to the income statement. Capital is the investment by the owner. Capital, liabilities, and assets are a part of the statement of financial position. Then you have bank. Bank may, do you have a credit balance or do you have a debit balance?
Credit.
A credit
Credit.
balance indicates what? Is it an overdraft or is it the money that you have in your bank account?
Overdraft.
This is a
An
current
overdraft.
liability. It's an overdraft. It's a liability. This is the amount you owe to the bank. This is the amount that you'll have to pay back to the bank, right? Bank again is either a current asset or current liability. All assets and liabilities go into the statement of financial position. How much did you buy your premises for?
98,000.
98,000.
98,000.
You bought them for 98,000. How much did you buy your machinery for?
52,000.
52,000.
52,000. That's the amount of money that you paid from your pocket to buy the machinery. By what amount has machinery lost value by since it was bought? That's provision for
28,000.
depreciation. What is provision for depreciation? It is the total amount
58,300.
of money, yeah,
28,400.
total amount with which the asset has lost value. All these assets and their provisions are contra asset. Contra asset matlab asset का opposite. Asset का opposite matlab it's going to reduce the value of asset in your statement of financial position. Then you have commission receivable. तुम्हारे टीचर ने कहा है receivable जहाँ नजर आए इसको कट करके received कर दिया करो. This is the amount of money that you've actually received. Uh, this is the total amount of money that you've actually received on account of commission. This is going to be your other income. इसके आगे लिखेंगे other income. ये मेरी other income है, and this is to be added to gross profit in the income statement. Trade receivables. How much do your customers owe you?
19,200.
19,200. This means this is the amount of money that your customers have to pay you back. For what, sir? For goods that you deliver to them on credit. So because trade receivables are current assets, they go to the SOFP. Trade payables. How much do you owe to your suppliers?
7,300.
300.
I don't think so. Yeah, 7,300. Yes. So it's going to be, and this is the amount that you owe to your suppliers for goods that the suppliers have given to you on credit. Discount allowed is going to be an operating expense. It's an expense. याद रखेंगे. Discount allowed हमने allow किया. हम ये पैसे ले सकते थे, but हमने discount allow कर दिया. This means you're not going to receive this amount of money, and this is going to be your expense. So this goes to the income statement. Discount received is the second other income you have. Your major income is through revenue, but however, you are actually gaining money from other sources of income, right? How much have you paid for insurance?
600.
9,600.
How much have you paid for repairs?
12,400.
How much have you paid for
12,700.
salaries? Rates of property
53,900.
taxes.
53,900.
How much have you paid for property taxes?
6,000.
And how much have you
6,000.
paid for transportation to bring goods from the market to your own warehouse?
400.
400.
That's carriage inwards, okay? So we have skimmed through the trial balance. There was nothing new. Let's start again. Uh, who's taking the attendance? Maveen. There are a lot of students who are joining in, okay? So आप check करते रहना, update करते जाना. Point number one, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The closing inventory at 31st August. 31st August obviously closing होता है at the end of the year होता है. Was valued at 12,000. This 12,000 goes to your SOFP as current asset,
Yes.
and this also goes to the cost of sales section. Remember, okay? अभी हम करेंगे तो हम पता चलेगा. By the end of the year, you got to know commission received of 800 was owing. Was owing का मतलब outstanding. मतलब हमारा commission हम earn कर चुके थे मगर हमें हमें मिला नहीं था. Services were delivered, but this amount of money was not received. It was outstanding. It was due. The people who had to pay you commission did not pay you commission. There are two effects of this. you need to understand that this 800 against you've delivered the services. This means this 800 is going to be your current asset. It is your money lying with somebody who's paying you commission, right? The first effect is writing it down as a current asset. The second adjustment would be how much did you receive commission during the year? You received commission 2200, but by the end of the year you got to know कि $800 का मैंने services दे दिए, commission अभी आना बाकी है. So the total income from commission is 3000, out of which 2200 is received. However, 800 is still outstanding. Do all of you understand this point?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Next is we'll do point number 3 later. Okay, we'll do point number 4 pehle. At 31st August, that's the end of the year, start of the year.
End of the
And
year.
So can I call this a closing prepaid?
And
Yes, sir.
So closing prepaid means by the end of the year you get to know कि आपने rates जो है वो extra overpay किया हुआ है, right? Overpay किया हुआ है. This is the overpayment. Overpayment means you've paid for the next year. You haven't yet availed the services, but you've paid for the next year. So this is your money lying with whoever was taking property taxes or rates, right? So this is again your current asset. This is my current asset. Why? Because I've already overpaid. I don't have to pay for the next $300. I will not pay $300 and I will avail services because you made the payment today, this year, but you will avail services next year. So you need to understand that this is a current asset. Whenever there's a closing prepaid, you write it down as a current asset. The first effect is writing it down as a current asset. The second effect is because it does not relate to this year, it relates to the next year. It should not be included in this year's calculation of profit. That is why you take it away from
This year.
the total amount that you paid.
6.
So during the year, you've paid 6,000 for rates, out of which you get to know by the end of the year, you get to know that 300 was paid, but the services were not availed. These services for $300 for rates will be availed next year. So next year, जो भी bill आएगा उसमें से 300 आप already pay कर चुके होगे. But this is for the next year, not for this year. The matching concept says the revenues for the current year should be matched with expenses for the current year. Does not relate to this year, should not be recorded in the income statement for this year. That is why you take it away from the payment for rates. Understood? All amounts appearing in the trial balance are payments. They're not expenses, they're just payments. Point number 5. It says the insurance included $700 covering a private insurance premium. What do you mean by private insurance premium? You need to understand that the owner and the business are two separate entities, right? So owner का ही पैसा है, but he's using it for private purposes. This should not be included as a business expense. Do all of you agree?
Drawings.
Very
Drawings
good,
तो
very
होगा?
good. Somebody said drawings, and drawings are worth 700. That's absolutely okay. And you cannot include it as business insurance. The first effect is writing it down as drawings. So you see carriage inward somewhere. उसके नीचे हम एक और लाइन आइटम ऐड कर रहे हैं, जैसे कैरेज इनवर्ड लिखा हुआ है, रेट लिखे हुए, उसी तरह ड्राइंग्स भी ऐड कर लो इसमें. दिस प्रोसेस इज व्हाट यू कॉल अपडेटिंग योर ट्रायल बैलेंस. ट्रायल बैलेंस में एक और अकाउंट खोल के हमने $700 का अकाउंट का बैलेंस रख दिया. However, every adjustment has to have two effects. How much is the payment for insurance, sir?
700.
No. How much
I
is
mean,
the total payment for insurance?
600.
So business has to pay
9600.
9,600 on account of insurance, but out of 9,600, only the business की insurance has to be taken into account. The 700 जो private insurance premium था by the owner has to be taken away. Yes or no?
8,000.
That is why you take it away. Understood? Understood? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Next, the repairs. How much was the payment for repairs? How much did you pay for repairs?
12,400.
12,400.
400.
Now it says the repairs included 4,000 that related to a new attachment for machinery. So new attachment for machinery is a capital expenditure. Don't worry, I will print this out next class whenever I'm going to meet you. इसको मैं print करके with adjustments में print करके आपको दे दूंगा. We can't have the printout right now, but I will give it to you. Don't worry. Okay. The repairs included 4,000 related to a new attachment for machinery. That's a capital expenditure. It adds to the value of the machinery and should not have been regarded as repairs. Repairs नहीं होने चाहिए थे ये machinery की cost में add होना चाहिए. So what is the cost of machinery? If you can look closely and tell me the cost of machinery.
52,000.
52,000 plus 4,000. You've bought a new attachment to machinery. That's 4,000. And because the amount of payment you made for repairs was 12,400, out of this 12,400, 4,000 is to be taken away by, because this was not an expense This was not an expense. This was not a repairs expense. It was actually you buying a non-current asset or adding to the value of a non-current asset. Understood?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
However, this video is being recorded. अगर आपको कोई भी point समझ नहीं आ रहा, you can keep on playing it on loop. समझने की कोशिश करें. फिर भी नहीं समझ आता, ask me a question, okay? It says machinery is to be depreciated. And what are the causes of depreciation? There could be wear and tear, there could be passage of time, there could be technological change and whatnot. It says machine is to be depreciated at 20% per annum at the rate of 20% per annum using the reducing balance method. Ale, when you see
Ji,
reducing
sir.
balance method, do I open up the bracket? Yes or no?
Yes.
Regardless of anything, I'm going to open up the bracket. Why am I opening up the bracket? Ask me why.
Why, sir?
Because I'll have to
Why?
take away the provision for depreciation from the cost of machinery. What is the cost of machinery? Dundo, cost of machinery. I'm waiting.
30,000.
Yes, Swema? Louder.
3,000.
Swema, what is the cost of machinery? It's on the screen. Anybody else?
1,000.
56,000.
56,000 says Tala. 52,000 plus 4,000 makes it 56,000. पहला bracket खोल के ये लिख दिया cost and then you take away the provision for depreciation. By what amount is machinery already lost value by?
3,000.
28,000.
How are you saying
28,400.
28,400.
28,400. So cost लिखा, cost में से 28,400 minus किया. What is the percentage of depreciation?
20.
20%.
20%. Can you find out the amount, please, on your calculators?
Sir, 5,520.
5520 says Ali. Is he correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now let's read the rest of the statement. It says a full year's depreciation charge regardless of any of the date of any purchase. यार हमने फर्ज करो ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है ना अली कि हम परचेज करें जब हम गुड्स नॉन करंट एसेट परचेज करें we could have bought them middle of the year, 2 months before the year end, 3 months before the year end, or in the first month. But it says regardless of the date of purchase, you will have to charge a full year's depreciation. And then it says there were no disposals during the year. And the last point is premises are not depreciated.
Yep.
So you don't have a depreciation expense for premises. Now, this depreciation has to be recorded two ways. ये लिख देता हूँ उसके बाद फिर we'll update the trial balance as well. This goes to the income statement as depreciation expense. And this, the same amount is added to the provision for depreciation. Added to the provision for depreciation. Now you go to provision for depreciation, sir. In the last, since the day you've bought the asset, they've lost value by 28,400. Do all of you agree? But because they were used this year as well, they've lost value by another 5520. Do all of you agree?
Yes.
So provision for depreciation is actually an accumulated depreciation account. Accumulate, to accumulate is to add up. तो जितने भी हर साल का डेप्रिसिएशन होता है ना हम उसको ऐड करते रहते और उसमें एक अकाउंट में डालते रहते हैं. वी कॉल दैट प्रोविजन फॉर डेप्रिसिएशन. दैट्स द फर्स्ट थिंग. यस और नो? The second is you will have to make an account. You're an accountant, right? So you'll have to make an account for depreciation expense. Let's make an account for depreciation expense. Drawings बनाया था, drawings से नीचे एक और account खोल लो because you're an accountant. Your job is to make accounts, right? So depreciation expense for machinery is 5520. Do all of you agree that you need to understand that every adjustment has to have two effects? Understood?
Yes.
Now, question number 3, point number 3. I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'll read the adjustment out for you. Then I'm going to ask you a few questions. The balance shown for salaries covers the 11 months to 31st of July 2022. Can you tell me the amount of payment for salaries?
6,000. 5,700.
No, how is it 5,700, Ali? What are you reading?
53,900.
53,900.
Ali, wake up, Ali.
Yes.
No, can I say that 53,900 is for 11 months?
Yes.
Yes or no? It covers 11 months. Can you find out 1 month ka salary? if 53,900 is for 11 months, the salary for 1 month will be 53,900 divided by 11. Can I have the answer, please?
$4,900.
4,900, yes or no? So every month you have to
Yes.
pay 4,900. अब हमें पता चला कि सिर्फ 11 महीने की सैलरी पे हुई है और एक महीने की बाकी है. Yes, please. So let's read this out. Salaries for August 2022 are due and unpaid. Ali, don't you think you will have to pay for for August 2022?
Yes.
Yes, you need to understand that this salary is outstanding. It is not yet paid. Can I say it's my current liability? All of you, can I say that this is my current liability? Is it or is it not?
Sir, next year pay करेंगे.
पे जब भी करें, doesn't matter. इस साल से रिलेट करते हैं. When is your year ending? It's ending on the 31st of
31st of
August.
August.
आपने 31st of July तक you've made the payment for salary. This amount of salary was 53,900. आपको पता चला कि एक month की salary is 4,900. For the month of August, 4,900 is not yet paid. Do you agree?
Yes.
A full
Yes.
financial year is 12 months, right? Out of which 11 months की पे हो चुकी थी, एक month की बाकी थी. एक month की salary is 4,900. That's going to be a current liability on the business. You will have to pay it. Yes, हम next year pay करेंगे उसको, but अली ये इस साल से relate करता है या नहीं करता?
Sir करता है.
करता है. इस साल के 11 महीने की सैलरी दे दी थी, 12वें महीने की रह गई थी, राइट?
Yes.
तो 12वें महीने की सैलरी is going to be my current liability. So you first thing that you're going to write down is that the current liability is 4,900 here. The second thing that you're going to write down, the second effect for this is going to be added to salaries. The amount of payment that you made for salary is 53,900, but the total bill for salary, मतलब bill आया है 58,800 का, I guess 58,800 का bill आया, उसमें से हमने 53,900 पे किया हुआ है. तो कितना बाकी है अभी? 4,900 बाकी है. Yes or no, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, if you add these up, let's come at it again. The total amount is 58,800. तो टोटल मैंने अपने अकाउंटेंट से पूछा कि टोटल वेजेस का बिल कितना आया, तो उसने बोला सर टोटल 58,800 है, इसमें से हमने 53,900 11 मंथ्स का पे कर दिया है एंड 1 मंथ का आउटस्टैंडिंग है. ऐसा ही था?
Yes.
यू एज एन अकाउंटेंट व्हाट यू डिड वाज तुमने 53,900 डिवाइड बाय 11 किया, एक महीने की वेजेस का बिल आ गया, दैट्स 4,900. ये तुम्हारी करंट लायबिलिटी है. Or because it related to this year only, it should be added to the expenses for this year. Do all of you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
तो हमने ऐड भी कर दिया और करंट लायबिलिटी भी लिख ली. Understood? Now, are you in the
Yeah.
mood to do the income statement, or will you do the income statement with me in class? You want to do it in class?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo. I'm sending this to you. Hold on, be in the class. I'm sending this to you. इसको मैं सेव करके भेज रहा हूँ आपको. आप लोग इसको प्लीज अपने पास सेव करके रखो. I will get the printout for you, and we will discuss this in the next class. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, just give me a minute. This is BCST. I'm sending it to you. अभी भेज रहा हूँ. Math, physics.